Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eat, Sleep, Suplex, Retweet.
It's time to face the music. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest draft selection show for the ESSR Fantasy Draft here, of course, on Suplex Retweet. Where else would you rather be on your Thursday night watching YouTube while we have absolute chaos, as always, for these draft selection nights? It is the third one we've done this season. In typical strange fashion, of course, we had two for the first half because nobody could agree on a certain date to draft, so we split it up. The tag team portion of it is done, and now we go into the main crux of the draft. Joining me, as always, the Saturday Draft Live co-host is David Hockney and Ryan, the Tangerine Dream Douglas. Lads, how are we?
Oh, grand, and listen, this has been two selection shows too many this season, so let's just draw the line at 3 and let's get our fresh teams done so we can start climbing up the table once again.
Honestly, I agree. I've said my words already. I don't need to reiterate them. Let's just get it over with.
Yes, absolutely. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button on the podcast platforms and, of course, on the YouTube platform. We don't do a lot on YouTube currently right now, mainly just these draft selection shows, but go over to your podcast platform of choice, search for Suplex Retweet. You get all the great content, including ESSR Central. We put up a new one today talking about AEW Grand Slam, AJ Styles, and why Mercedes Moné decided to leave WWE. Hint, VKM is a part of the big reason for that one. So let's get into the drafting now. Of course, this is the second half of this draft season. We had the first half, which was a tag team season, which we did to kind of decide the drafting order. So the order of the team that came first, the other two members will draft first and second, with the best single score from each of the two of them drafting in second. And this is the order from the season, that first half of the season, so everybody can see it. Dan Axel Jameson from the Listeners League, last year's Listeners League winner, will draft from first. Then it's Gary Morris, the GOAT David Campbell, then Gary Kernan, Tom Brock, myself, then Matt Smith, Scott McLeod, Robert Shaw, David Hockney. If you listen to our show on Saturday, Ryan Douglas is in 11th, and he's mad about it. And then Grant McRobbie will draft from last with his signature dice making a return. Right, gentlemen, I think we should just get right in about this.
Let's do it.
Go to Dan Axel Jameson and David Hockney. I believe he has made the first pick, and it shouldn't really shock anybody who he's went with.
It really shouldn't, because he's straight in with his number one pick. Yet again, as he picks as part of the tag team selection, he is going with the American Nightmare, the undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes.
Yes, Cody Rhodes off the board. We've got the draft selection stuff on the screen. I'm glad that went quite flawlessly. So Cody Rhodes in at number 1. Gary Morris up next. He's going to send his pick to myself. He can't pick Cody Rhodes this time. He has to make a unique pick for his first round choice.
So when somebody's picked, they are off the board. No redos, no replays, no substitutions, exchanges, or refunds.
Thanks, David.
Standard drafting rules apply as this particular time. Where is Gary Morris? There he is.
Gary, don't keep us waiting here.
Say Gary.
He's been bold. Oh, he's picked a tag team. And it's a tag team that's really going to shuffle the rest of the pack. Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, the Terror Twins.
Oh, that's straight out of Gary Kernan's playbook right there. That is pretty damn smart.
Yes, that is one that could potentially shake up the rest of this draft. Rhea Ripley, of course, a very popular pick. Damian Priest has done well in recent seasons. We now go to the GOAT, David Campbell. Just wait to see who he goes with. I believe he's sending his pick to Ryan.
Yes, a man who in advance sent me, at the second he heard the word tag team, sent me the word priest, and then stupid pick. So he is currently thinking of another one. He needs a second. Despite the fact he rushed me to start the live show, he now wants time to make his first choice. So,
I think it sounds like he had the Terror Twins in mind as well, and Gary beat him to it. So very, very smart play. We said before, we thought maybe the inexperience of Dan and Gary in this draft might come into effect, but no, Gary's just swooped in there and just shocked the system right off the bat.
well, sorry, that sign for Justice for Ryan come up there. Just thought I'd point this out. David Campbell, segueing away from that, has continued with the same storyline by going with Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Liv Morgan off the board. No surprise with that. She is currently in a feud with Rhea Ripley, which could go either way. It remains to be seen. We're going to have the first pick now from Gary Kernahan, and he's got some gold on the board. He's going with the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther.
Oh, look at that. Timing of my typing is spot on today.
He wasn't amazing for me in the first half of the season, but hopefully better points for Gary going forward because it wasn't ideal. But
not as many title defenses as expected, and not much TV matches either. But then again, you got to save the champion for the big shows.
Yes.
We now go to Tom Brock, my tag team partner from the first half of the season. He can't believe he's in the earliest spot he's ever drafted from. Can he make it? Can he make it work?
Must be nice.
Whenever he sends it to Dave, we'll find.
Yep. Tom is going with the new Intercontinental Champion main event, Jey Uso.
Strong. I like that.
Couldn't have won the title the week before. Lovely. I could have been drafting in this position, picking Jey Uso again, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Instead.
Well, I'd gone Baker, so I'm glad he waited a week.
Over to myself now, and I think, yeah, why not? I'm going to pick the other mid-card champion from WWE. Let me talk to you. L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time I've ever had Mr. Knight.
Yeah, definitely the more prominent on television of the two mid-carder champions in WWE in the first half of the season. So, strong choice nonetheless.
He's done well with a lot of TV title defenses as of late, so that's helped him get up the board pretty good.
Now, we were informed pre-show that Matt would not send Ryan any dead picks this time. Dead picks in the regards to they're actually dead. He might pick somebody who gets 0. That remains to be seen. But Ryan, what we got from the vibes?
Well, I'm not expecting 0. We've got the first AEW pick on the board, going for male, going for championship material, Will Ospreay.
All right, bruv.
Will that elevate Matt into the title this season? We remain to find out.
Whoa, we're so elevated.
We have a comment here. It's a support of Ryan Dalglish. If anybody saw Ryan's social media post of this today, I retaliated by recycling an old video of Ryan's and putting it on TikTok.
It did shame me up a little bit. But Sabina Carpenter is a Robin bitch, so she can keep her money because I'm not paying that money for tickets.
Well,
moving on to wrestling.
Yeah, we're just getting a taste of what this.
Hey,
we're going, Dave.
There you go.
Go out and tell us what's happening with Scott McLeod.
Well, let's just put it in 3 syllables so we can sum up easily. The best in the world, CM Punk.
Ooh.
CM Punk off the board. Big match at
What?
Bad Blood with Drew McIntyre. Rumour that he's going to be the challenger for Gunther going into Survivor Series. So that could be a smart play from Scott.
Get those potential Hell in a Cell points. Definitely a wise move.
Matt only picked Ospreay apparently, so Dave can sign the bit. So there we go. Some requests for Dave. Dave will not be taking karaoke requests on this particular show, but Ryan will be taking picks, and he's got one coming up from Robert Shaw.
Robert
Ryan,
fucking Shaw.
Yeah, Robert fucking Shaw. And he just fucking robbed me. He is going for the women's tag team championship over in WWE. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Oh, Robert, you're a bastard. You are a bastard.
Yeah.
I was ready to choose them as well.
Takes 2 prominent female picks off the board as part of a tag team there as well, so that's interesting. They did.
And Mama Liv.
Aye. Oh, now I'm back scrambling again.
Same.
I quite enjoy David Campbell on draft night internally. It is quite funny. Speaking of going on to the other Dave though, Dave, what you got?
All right. Well, I was going to choose a tag team, and obviously Bianca and Jade were my first ones, but I guess I'll just go with my backup option now. The most frequent tag team selection for my team, and that is going to be the Young Bucks.
Interesting. Everybody who says Dave believes a surprise. Oh, wait, not be too surprised to see him going with the Young Bucks here. Just wait till round 4 when he picks the monster among men, and then things will get really predictable. Hopefully, I've not given away too many strategies going forward. Ryan, you were not happy that you were picking from 11th. Is anything going your way here in terms of this?
Surprised there's anything left. But there is a couple I have been dwindling on. But I think I'm going to go tag team. Finn Balor and JD McDonough.
Okay.
Not surprised that they two are off the board. They eventually defended those tag team titles a couple of weeks ago on Raw, the last scoring week, and they continue on. Will they have the titles going forward? Well, most likely, because they only defend every 3 months. So this could be quite fruitful for Ryan in terms of appearances, but maybe not for title points.
24 and 23 points respectively. There's still appearance points to be had with the whole Judgment Day all over the product scenario.
We'll now go on to Grant, who has the wheel, and the wheel has given him 2 female picks. Two female picks.
Oh yes, because he has the snake draft, so he gets his first and second round pick.
Yeah, 2 straight off the board, and 1 could be a champion this time next week. The other could be a champion at some point before the end of the season. Both from NXT. Pick number 1, Julia.
Ooh, yes.
Pick number 2, Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh, okay.
Very bold.
The dice has given Grant the 2 hot who were once the 2 hottest creations in women's wrestling, and they are on that team. This kind of falls into what we spoke about on Saturday, Ryan, where drafting behind Grant could benefit you because the wheel would give him some unpredictable picks, and I don't think anybody was going to pick Vaquer round 2, or were you?
She was on my list, but later in the draft, I must say. But it is also a short season, and we don't actually know how long until we see her again. So, fair enough. But I'm glad Grant's there. But I believe it's my turn, Steve.
Yes,
David, and I'm going to go with the strategy of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because David did the best team last season, and Judgment Day was the best thing this half of the season. So confusing. I'm going for Dominic Mysterio.
Mysterio! Yes. From one sleaze bag to another, Ryan Douglas picks Dominic Mysterio.
He is going to be in a cage at Bad Blood, so at least you'll get appearance points.
I heard Ryan was in a cage most weekends when he stayed in there. So that's what Jack tells me anyway. So
it was him that put me in it. Nursery was wild, man.
Oh my god.
I've out for that for once.
What have you got in mind? You're up next.
Ooh, okay. Let me see. This is going to be a bit of a risky one because I was hoping to get some WWE picks on them. Actually, you know what? No, I'll stick with my AEW selections for now. And I'm going to pick potentially the next AEW champion, Jon Moxley.
Ooh.
Let's hope Let's hope nothing goes to fruition. He did try to murder a man on live pay-per-view. Unfortunately, choking points are not bonuses on the draft, but potentially could be World Championship points. Of course, he's facing Brian Danielson. I keep calling him Daniel Bryan. Facing him at Wrestle Dream next month, one of the 2 AEW pay-per-views on the board. So,
Tom's not happy with that. I think he was gearing up for that.
Yes. David's been quite complimentary of some of these picks. Not David Hockley, David Campbell. So it's a strange evening so far. Ryan, Robert Shaw, what's he got in mind here?
Hopefully it doesn't upset me, but we are going the other way around as it's the snake ladder format. Just waiting on Robert here, who has one half of this feud's already been picked in the form of CM Punk, but Drew McIntyre is now a member of Robert fucking Shaw's team.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting one from Robert Dare. Drew McIntyre, obviously. They're 1-for-1, so the feud could go either way, but the fact that CM Punk's been rumoured for a title match would make me think that it's going to be Punk who wins it, so where Drew's direction goes remains to be seen. Interesting comment here from Alan Laurie. Don't want to know what goes on in the restaurant business and behind the scenes.
That was a HR meeting on Monday.
I have watched Kitchen Nightmares quite a lot. Speaking of wrestling nightmares, one half of the McLeod brothers is drafting next. Scott McLeod, David Hockney, what's going here?
Well, it's every female's worst nightmare for this next pick because he's not like most drafters and he's gone with Nia Jax.
Very, very good pick to be allowed to get that far over the draft.
I was tempted, to be fair.
So was I, but I decided to go for safe.
Many people are thinking Scott could still be a contender, even though he's a bit down the table, and having Punk and Jax on his team early doors could help him out. Didn't help him out too much teaming with Matt Smith because Matt Smith did better. That's why he's drafting before him. We're always drafting after him in this round because, snake draft.
And I must say, Matt Smith knew who he wanted. He messaged me immediately as soon as Scott had picked. He has went for more championship. Another champion, in the form of Mariah May.
Yeah.
Mariah May. Interesting. Fresh off a win on Dynamite last night, where her trajectory goes remains to be seen. We still don't have Toni Storm back, so obviously she's still the champion, and could be the champion for a while. Speaking of champions, it is of course me, because I'm the champion of everything that is everything. Apart from the draft, I've not won for 4 years.
Is that what you say to yourself in the mirror every morning?
Hey, what can I say? You don't look like this for nothing.
Whoever gets you through the day.
Yeah, Mercedes my name. I'm picking up.
Did well the first half of the season as well, so cannot go wrong.
Yeah, very fitted with the statement you just made there. Not quite a bank statement, but I digress.
That was poor.
Leave the puns to the professionals here. Speaking of unprofessional, we go to a man who once drew a dick on a graph, Tom Brock.
Well, unlike you, I can actually spell Tom Brock's and pronounce it correctly. Tom Brock's next pick, it is the AEW Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, I forgot to put him on my list.
I'll just remove the word Okada from my list because I was not spelling the first name or pronouncing it.
Yes, an interesting pick there for Tom. I think Tom had him last year as well. Where his future goes remains to be seen.
Well,
but
two mid-card champions on Tom's team. He could get the workhorse points there.
Let's get another champion off the board then, and we go to Gary Kernan. He's going down to NXT, and he's picking the North American Women's Champion from NXT. It is Kalani Jordan. Is on.
Interesting. Oh, bloody autocorrect.
So that is Kalani Jordan did well for me and Gary Morris last season. She is wrestled quite solidly on NXT.
Also fairly consistent for myself the season before. Not an all-star by any means, but did well.
Speaking of not an all-star, we go to David the Goat Campbell. An all-star in one person's eyes, and no, that is not his mother's. It is his own when he looks in the mirror. What's he going with? Ryan.
Staying in NXT. Staying mid-card. Joining Team Goat, Oba Femi.
Yeah, saw that coming.
Love it. No one
love
picked
it
him
a lot.
the first half of the season. Thought that was an absolute
strong. I love that. He did say he needed muscle. He picked muscle all right.
Oh yeah, he certainly did.
Yeah, he is currently still ongoing in a feud with Tony D'Angelo, where the D'Angelo family is going from here. Seems to be going along the Rocky theme. So could that be the way that they topple the Giant? Who knows? But it's a good pick, though. He's absolutely dominant as a champion, so it's a phenomenal pick, I think it's fair to say.
Close to being longest reigning NXT North American champion as well, as far as I'm aware.
Yes, he is well on track to beat that record currently. I await Gary Morris's pick as he is second to last in the second round for the snake draft. From what I can see so far, gents, nobody's really missing a beat when it comes to champions. A lot of the champions going early on the board, which is good for us because we usually miss them out.
Some tag teams going in round one as well, get some big names off the board straight away. Young Bucks, obviously, one of the top selections from the first half of the season, so I had to make sure I got them off the board. Judgment Day pick, again, solid, but obviously need to get some title defenses up and running. Belair and Cargill, is despite being women's tag team champions, that's two strong female picks straight off the bat. So that's going to make it even more difficult when we've already got a very limited female talent pool.
What I will say is now that we're going into the second picks for Gary and Dan, this is where we're really going to test them and see how well they're going to do in this game, because it can be easy to pick first, but you got to pick first and then swing it back round after the snake, and that's when you get tested when a lot of these big names go. So let's see how they do.
What time is it, lads?
20 past.
20 past? No, it's not. It's Tiffy time.
No!
Oh! Walked into that one.
Gary
why do you think I didn't pick Nia Jax?
Miss Money in the Bank off the board. Tiffany
On round two, I'm actually not surprised.
Yes, this is the season, potentially more than the first half of the season. That Money in the Bank could come into play. The question of whether she cashes in or not.
It's also a very short run until the end of the season to see if she does cash in. There's only risk there, but I think you'll be fine. That's my fear.
Well worth the risk. Dan Axel Jameson's got 2 picks in a row now. Dave, he's obviously had the luxury of having Cody Rhodes and he's watched the chaos unfold for a bit. Let's see how this is a good test of what he can do.
Well, he's going for his tag team pick now, and we're delving into the EW pool. And he's going for a combination of the trios champions this time. So he's going to go with Pac and Claudio Castagnoli.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm hoping Claudio would have sneaked into at the end.
Yes, that was deliberate spelling. I meant to say Claudio.
So this is a tag pick. I thought for a second there were 2 singles picks there. But yeah, tag pick is interesting.
Well, let's say for his third round pick, he's about to whoop that pick. It is Trick Williams.
Good pick.
See what I did there?
He is set to face Ethan Page this coming Tuesday for the NXT title. Whether he will get it back remains to be seen still, but yes, he is a very strong pick still in the NXT brand. If he loses, he'll get called up somewhere and he'll be good somewhere else, but that is something. We've got to acknowledge, everybody, how these picks have went. They've went quite well, but one person's acknowledging his picks more than others, and that is Gary Morris, who's up next. Yep, Dave has got it. Throw up the one, everybody. The original, the only tribal chief is on the board. Roman Reigns is on Gary Morris's team.
I'm surprised he's went as early as round 3, but then again, given his sporadic appearances and how much he's going to compete, I think this is probably the best spot he could have been in.
Yeah, I think it's fairly risky to go this early, but I don't think Gary sees him round 4. So I think if you want to take that bold pick, do it now. But, well, I'd have waited personally, but that's me.
That's what separates the big boys from the men in Hawaiian shirts. We've got the GOAT David Campbell up next, and I can't remember who picks it for him. It's Ryan. So
it is myself, yes. The GOAT has told me there's only 3 letters he cares about, and it's G-O-D.
Yeah, the Gorillas of Destiny. I think it's safe to say that it is Tamatonga and Tagaloa as he's picked as that duo.
Yes.
Yes.
He has not confirmed it, but I'm assuming so. They do have the belts, so.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. Yes, strong pick for the tag team division. Of course, these tag team champions over on SmackDown. We now have Gary Kernahan. Gary is taking a risk. He's going with an old favourite of the family. It still hurts him, but he's hoping it's not going to hurt him in this run for the titles. It's Bayley.
Oh, she broke his heart many years ago, but I think she's reinvented herself in a good light, so I think it's good to see him take her back on board.
Yes, hopefully she does not break his heart for a second time. If you know, you know. This man's been breaking hearts all his life. Less so since he started growing that mustache, as Tom Brook. Dave, what have we got here?
Well, if you're going to talk about his mustache, I think he's just going to say haters going to hate, and his fourth round pick is a hater. It is Jamie Hater.
Oh, I hate him. That's why I slagged him.
Not had the greatest first half of the season with only 10 points, I believe, but I think there's more points this second half. I think it's fair enough.
Yeah, I would agree on that one. I think there's points in there for him. I'm between two picks here. I think one's going to be less profitable than the others. Yeah, I need to get this one off the board. I'm going to go for a second female pick. She's been getting a lot of good wins recently on Raw, a lot of good momentum now. I'm going for Io Sky.
Ooh, there we go.
This is some harsh words here from Scott McLeod talking about Ryan's outfit.
I think it's terrible that we say that when we just talked about Tom Brock's mustache, and I'm getting that. That's a disgrace.
I mean, Scott can't talk. He lost to a man who plays this draft for fun and once drafted a dead person. Hopefully, let's hope he keeps that going for this one, Ryan. It's back to Matt.
I can confirm with current news this person's not dead, and I do not wish it upon them. But they have just lost their Intercontinental Championship, and that is Braun Breaker.
Let's hope that David Campbell doesn't get his claws on him. He seems to try to use death to get his own way.
I mean, Goat's right about one thing. This is actually getting tense, and we're only halfway through round 3 at this point.
Very interesting draft so far.
We'll be scraping the bottom of the barrel by the time we get to round 5 or 6.
Yep.
All right, Scott's going to have his tag team pick now, so I'm just waiting for him to confirm. And it's an old reliable for him, according to his message, so I guess I'll just have to take his word for it on this one. He is going to go with Nathan Fraser and Axiom.
Oh,
solid pick.
we've had scares with them in the past, but they remain champions. But in such a short stretch, will they lose them? That is the real question. But I think this is a strong choice for Scott, so fair play.
Yes, they are arguably the best tag team in all of wrestling right now. Obviously, not as bad as David's attempt to write their name.
Oh, give me peace, and I'm trying to multitask here. It's difficult.
Tell you one guy who could probably multitask, Robert Shaw. I've seen that man stock shelves. Has he got his pick into Ryan yet?
He has not. You can stock the shelves, but you can't send me a message. But that is efficiency for you. Robert Shaw, where are you? Please hurry up. I am on the spot. The attention's on me and I don't like it. So,
well, as long as he doesn't pick who I've got in mind yet again, I think we should be good.
Well, let's find out whenever the pick comes in.
Well, we have a choice. A choice indeed. We're over at SmackDown with 2 letters. K-O. Kevin Owens is on the team of Robert fucking Shaw.
Interesting.
Like it. He's mad. He's angry. He's not going to take it anymore. But enough about Robert. Kevin Owens is a lovely pick in there. He seems to be quite intertwined with what's going on with Cody Rhodes right now and the bloodline stuff. He could go back into a feud with Cody. So that could be profitable in terms of appearance points. He appeared about 4 or 5 times in last week's SmackDown. So that's a good one. Was he the man you were going to pick, Dave?
Actually, no, it wasn't. I was ready to pick a female pick, actually, for next time around. And I'm glad she's still on the board because this one has been appearing across both Raw and NXT. So here's hoping I get a little bit of benefit with the double shows. I'm taking Lyra Valkyria.
Thank God.
you wasn't the person I was going to...
No.
Person you were going to... Good.
I forgot about Lyra. Oh, I'm so sad. I really like Lyra. Yeah, good pick for Dave there. Very nice pick.
Very much slept on. She got 14 points last season. I believe she's one of the highest scoring females that have yet to be drafted.
Yeah, she's a solid pick. She's not getting the wins that maybe like on Raw right now, as you say. She's on currently got 2 shows, which should be a benefit. Although we need to go to Ryan, who picked Pete Dunne for similar reasons last part of the season and didn't quite get the points he wanted. Are you picking Mr. Dunne again, Ryan?
I can say Pete Dunne was my second highest scorer the first half of the season, so thank you very much, Stephen. But there'll be no Pete Dunne in my team this season because I am now officially calling this a sausage party because for my last meal, actually, no, I picked a tag team, so forget that. I can't pick it later on. But I'm going for Wheeler, Utah.
Rounding off the trios champions.
Interesting. A man with a face you really just want to slap, which we could see as part of this feud, wherever he lies. Yeah, a win-win.
Great choice.
Maybe not for points, but we'll see how that goes. Yes. Unfortunately, the Blackpool Combat Club's defence of the trios titles this coming Saturday will not be included in the points as it starts on Monday. We go to Grant now, and he's picking 2-man with a first for violence in completely different ways. One of them is Jacob Fatou.
Oh, you dick.
And the other is a man who burnt down a man's house, Hangman Adam Page.
Ooh. Damn, I was ready to pick Jacob as well.
Well,
I'm annoyed at that.
You picked Lyra instead.
I know. I was hoping that he'd get Jacob in round 4.
Lyra has still been there. Ryan clearly wasn't picking her.
I was so relieved.
So what have you got in mind?
I'm still not going to pick this person, by the way. And I am scared. No, I think they'll slip. Actually, I think they'll slip to round 5. I'll wait. I am going to go for... Sorry. I forgot.
I'm fuming. He wants Hangman.
I forgot it was my turn. Bear with me, sorry.
Come on, focus here, Ryan.
I know.
How many times have we done this now?
A few times, but I missed the last one. Do you know what? F it. This man is going to turn heel very, very soon, and I'm not waiting to round 5. Xavier Woods is on the team of the Tangerine Dream.
Bold. Very bold.
Interesting. Xavier Woods is a singles pick. I'm not sure if we've ever had him as a singles pick. The U Dave, of course, been picked many, many times. But David Campbell, do you want everybody? You've not at one point said, I did not want him. We can only draft 6 players, David. David,
I've also pretty much drafted David's team from the first half of the season, so that's why he's praising.
That's probably why, yeah. It's because you're already 3 picks in with Judge. Anyway, moving on to my pick. I didn't get Jacob Fatu, but I'll get the backup option. Give me the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa.
Ooh.
I mean, Solo always wanted to be David Hockney's sloppy seconds. He said that in his autobiography that comes out next year.
Moving swiftly on, Robert fucking Shaw, what have you got for us?
Micro hosting. It's been a while.
Never change.
Ryan, what's Robert got in store for us?
Oh, right. So I'm surprised this person slipped so low. I just assumed they had slipped so low and I took them off my list. But Robert fucking Shaw has went for Brian Danielson.
Ooh.
Yes. Brian Danielson in round 4. I think some people are maybe a bit...
I genuinely thought he was gone.
Maybe they're spooked about, what's going to be the outcome of the Grand Slam title match.
But still
or is it World End?
For round 4, and you're getting a top champion, and a short burst this season.
Robert Shaw has got all males in his team.
God fuming. He's ready. He was ready to pick Danielson as well.
Everybody appears to have forgotten about Danielson. He had one of the greatest world title matches of all time in the United Kingdom, and everybody seems to have forgot about him.
He did get a win over Nigel McGuinness this week. Nigel's first match back since the Casino Battle Royal.
Yes, his first match of the month. To be fair, it was his first match in like 14 years. Feels like it's taking 14 years for Scott to make his pick now that Danielson.
I think the Danielson picks really shook him up a little bit. So he's trying to recuperate a little bit. Tom's then he forgot about Danielson as well. So there's so many So many people that have just been forgetting stuff. All right, on the spot pick for Scott, but he is taking one of the big meaty monsters slapping meat. He is taking Bronson Reed.
I
My
love
boy.
that. I love it.
Bronson.
I believe in your team in the first half of the season, Stephen.
Yeah, I'm not going to ever pick him.
No one else would have thought of, to be fair, but it worked out, so fair enough.
Very good team on paper for Scott. Yet again, he's doing pretty well here.
I think there's a lot of good teams on paper. Could be an interesting second half of the season. Just let's take it to Matt, who's going to pick some person who's not been on television for like 16 years.
They have been on television, but they are the Creed brothers, who I believe have been renamed to American Made. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's who Matt Smith has went for.
I was wondering when they would get picked because I was considering them for maybe round 2 actually, but round 4, fair enough.
Interesting. Good pick. The Creed brothers seem to be the Y6 rivalries out the way for American Made. This could be good for the Creed brothers. Now, before I say this, I am not doing this because David Campbell has mentioned it in the chat. I was always planning on doing it. I was just hoping they were going to drop lower, and now I'm panicking someone else is going to do it. So I'm taking the gamble. I'm going for Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, oh boy!
Always my first choice for my tag team.
Well, let's hope you get better luck than me picking MSK in the first half. Because they have signed with WWE, according to some media outlets.
Such a short season, half of the season, though.
They're debuting on Tuesday. They're debuting on Tuesday.
You heard it here first. ESSR exclusive from Stephen Wilson.
They're going to be there on Tuesday. I can bet my money on it. So we've got
I'm proud of you, Tom. I am so proud of you. He's taken a page out of my book. He has taken an old reliable from my team. He has taken the other big meaty monster slap of meat. He has gone with the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
Strong choice. I love that. I do get Reed going first. I kill one, but Braun Strowman's. I'm glad he's back. We need more meaty men like Braun Strowman in this draft.
Thomas
never should have been released in 2021.
Thomas currently updating his LinkedIn profile to I admire David Hockney and his members.
As he should.
We've got Gary.
He refers to me as brother now, so I'll take that as a compliment.
Brother.
We've got Gary now, and we're going to have a Gary move for his tag team. As he is picking the combination of Bo Dallas and Nikki Cross.
Ooh. Well, I suppose it's getting another potential round 6 female pick off the board.
Yep.
But I'm interested to see how that goes.
It's a Gary move. It's a move he would do.
Not one of his better ones, I'm afraid.
So, David Campbell, as we know, does not mess around. There's no mind games, or he likes to play mind games, but he doesn't. He goes straight for it. He picks the best pick every round. We still have a champion over at NXT, Ethan Page.
Oh, damn.
And I'm surprised he's still there.
Hey.
But I am also guilty, so...
You're not the only one.
He's losing on Tuesday, that's why I didn't pick him.
Ooh.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's losing on Tuesday. Chuck Williams is winning. Easy. He's got to go. He's gonna get called up.
Well, if he's getting called up, it would not be better to go out on his back.
Yeah, that's why he's going to lose. Trick's going to beat him.
Oh, you mean Ethan Page is getting called up?
He could get called up.
I think Trick's in a better position to be called up.
Let's say
I think Ethan Page has been slept on here.
We're talking about somebody who could lose their belt on Tuesday. This person definitely going to lose her belt on Tuesday, but she's still getting picked. It's Roxanne Perez.
Oh, okie dokie.
I was scared of Roxanne Perez. I tried to avoid it. If she was still going later on, then
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Roxanne was the one to avoid this time.
If she was still there in round 6, I think she was worth a punt. but I'm genuinely scared that she's going to lose. That's why I'm voting with her. But yeah, Roxanne Perez is off the board. Dan's been waiting for 23 picks. It's so long to wait, according to him on this comment. So what's he got in store?
So, Dan Axel Jameson, he's going, oh, damn it. I was saving that for round 5, actually. So, he is gone for another member of Damage Control, the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane.
Oh, I was also waiting.
Very, very nice. Does he have another pick?
Yes, he does. I'm just waiting for it to come through just now. Yep, I can see dots on my messenger, so he should be getting it shortly. Hope he's got his thinking cap on. Oh, here we go. The ESSR draft curse has struck once again for this man. Completely slept on, but Dan's picked him up. It's Orange Cassidy.
Yeah. I was waiting for that. This was definitely going to be Orange Cassidy's zone. Always overperforms.
Has anybody other than David Campbell picked Orange Cassidy before round 4?
Don't think
Speaking
so.
of David Campbell, I've just got a...
And he is livid right now. As is Tom.
My phone's having an epileptic fit.
Yeah, mine too.
Just exploding everywhere. Oh my god.
So it's Tom and Go are going batshit crazy right now.
So everybody asks the question, what happened to your father?
Uh-oh.
He is the current holder of whatever the casino gauntlet contract allows him to do, whatever they call it. Christian Cage has been picked by Gary Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Round 5 for a guy. Round 5 for a guy has essentially got money in the bank in AEW.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, Christian's been heavily slept on this one, but Gary's got his first AEW pick on the board as well, so he's starting to expand a little bit. And I have to give Dan and Gary credit; they've been doing really well given the positions that they're in, and they're practically complete newbies at solo drafting. They're doing well here.
Right. So David Campbell, he says, "Fuck Orange Cassidy. He is not my favorite son. He needs the goat's goat, the scrap daddy, Adam Pearce."
Oh, he's back. Scrap Daddy is here.
Why does he need to be up there?
Mm-hmm. Just to point out as well, Dan's round 6 pick and Goat's round 6 picks have to be women. Just so we're getting that clear. The draft selection has to be a 3-2 split of males and females, plus your tag team could be 3 males, 2 females, or the other way around, just as long as you have that balance.
We talk about people taking plays out of other people's playbooks. Tom partly took one out of, David Hockney's one. Let's go to Gary, who's taking a page out of his former teammate's playbook, of course. Such a vast difference in the points. He thought, I will embrace the GOAT, and I will pick 2 people who are feuding with each other. He's got Gunther. Why not take Sami Zayn?
Uh-huh.
We always talk about if it's worth taking people on both sides.
Yeah.
I think this is one that I'd be quite happy to. I think in most scenarios I would. I think you just want to make a monopoly out of one section of a show. So I think that's fair enough, Gary.
Mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes it might work, but I'm not entirely confident.
On. That's the main part.
yeah, that's the important thing. But Tom's through with his next pick, and he has gone with Moxley's new right-hand woman. It is, I think this is the first time she's been drafted as a solo pick. It is Marina Shafir.
Oh!
The most boring man in drafting, picking the most boring women in wrestling.
I thought I was the most boring man.
She just has to be there. That's all that matters.
I was the most boring man in draft history.
Don't slag yourself, Dave. I had to get the line in. I don't think Maria Shafir's very enthusiastic.
Well, I found your kryptonite. I need to slag myself so that you guys can't.
Tom's not the most boring man in draft. I just wanted to get the line in, but Maria Shafir certainly is. So that is the next one for Tom. Tom has to pick a tag team in round 6. Good luck with that. Coach.
Yep, he needs his tag team now, and he's running low on options.
I think we've picked all the champions, which is quite good for us, isn't it?
I think there's a couple left, but I could be wrong. Hold on.
Yeah,
there is still a couple left. Yeah, but you have to be.
There's technically 3 left.
Mm-hmm.
There's one who's constantly a bit of a scapegoat. It's fair to say. It's my pick next, guys. Jack Pericles.
Yep, that's one.
Yep, that was one of them. I mean, he is hosting an open challenge this week, but no points, prick. Scoring doesn't start till Monday.
Oh yeah, he's doing it. But he's everywhere on TV. So in round 3, feck you, goat.
Yep.
We go to Matt now. He can still pick any gender as long as they're alive.
Or he can pick somebody that identifies as a helicopter for all I know.
Let's not get political. But Matt Smith just messaged me saying, let's have some fun now. And he has went for definitely vibes and definitely a throwback. And you got to think about what's on the wrist, because AJ Lee is in the team of Matt Smith. And I am here for it.
Are you sure he didn't mean AJ Styles?
AJ Lee. AJ Lee is what it says in front of me. There's no Uncle Howdy Fiend nonsense. It says AJ Lee.
Let's be brutally honest. There's more chance he'll get points for AJ than this for Styles.
When was the last time I saw AJ Styles? Like
Glasgow. That was the last time.
Glasgow, yeah.
I can't wait to watch Bad Blood, and Drew's got like Punk's head like bloodied against the cage, and then she just runs out from the crowd, and Matt next to his pregnant wife who's went for a nap.
Let's light it up. Oh man. But
oh my god.
Well, Scott's also delving into the GOAT's playbook and picking an authority figure, and he has went with, anybody want to take a guess?
Nick Aldis.
Ava.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Another woman off the table as well.
Yeah, so Scott's got free reign for his round 6 pick. That's him got 2 women on the board now.
2 women, 2 men. Yeah, he can pick anybody he wants.
Mm-hmm. All right, Robert fucking Shaw. Who's he got this time?
Robert fucking Shaw. Just putting in a little message here. Who he has to pick women from now on. He has already got 3 male picks on the tag team, and he needs
2 women.
He needs 2 women, and he's went for one, and he's went for Ivy Nile.
Ah,
interesting. The
American Maid's little pit bull
is on television every week. Safe. I like it. There's not many women left. It's safe. It's fair enough.
We are scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah.
This is
Ryan said it like a single man in their 40s.
Reveal yourself. Oh gosh, right. Gears are turning here, but nothing's coming out. This is a tough one. Oh, who's left actually? I've got it. Ha ha ha. Oh, 2 guys have been slept on, but have been constantly delivering banger after banger after banger every single week. Give me the WWE Speed Champion, Andrade.
Oh, okay. Recently lost to LA Knight, I believe. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. So
yes, the Speed Championship does count. However, the Speed Championship is not on TV at any point, so it only counts when it's used on TV.
So technically only 1 champion left. But I'm not going to tell you who that is. It's my turn. I have to pick female, but the only problem is I need to try and dodge Grant's dice because I think they'll pick them. So I'm going to go with Saraya.
And I've just realised I've made a massive fuck up because I've just remembered who is
because Grant's
on
dice
my
will
list.
probably pick Saraya.
Grant's dice needs to pick a tag team, so I'm going to look at that first. Who is Grant's highest remaining?
So he's got 2 women, he's got 2 men. He needs a tag team and another male or female.
Right. His first pick the other member of American Made, Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
And his tag team.
Wrong one.
If you put that in the wrong box.
I know.
And his tag team is Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, FTR.
There we go.
Quite low down for compared to usual seasons, but yeah, strong choice when we're near the end, considering Grant didn't choose them and roll the dice. So fair enough. We are on the round 6, of course, so this is where things get a bit tasty for picks. Are we doing the team names and captains as well while we're here, or are we doing that at the end?
Do it at the end, because I need to get
right. Oh, I need to go for another woman, and I'm going to butcher this when I say that. Pardon the pun, David. That's how you do pardons. Thank you very much. But welcome to the ring, Chelsea Green, who's also on Raw and NXT, and that was where I got the fear from David.
Very well done, Ryan. That was again Chelsea Green, massively slept on, and she's got a dumpster match with Mia Yim. This I think it's not next week, but the week after.
Oh, fuck.
No, it's fine. It's better if it's not this week, Ryan, because then at least you'll get points for it.
No, I won't get points because she'll lose every bloody match she wrestles. I just wanted to show up.
Oh, see, right? You were okay, you know.
I wanted to not.
Yeah.
I want to chat Adam Pearce's door. That's all I want her to do.
All right. I made a slight faux pas with my round 5 pick, but it's I can still redeem it, which is fine, because I was hoping for a SmackDown NXT split between my round 5 and round 6, and I can still get that. So my round 6 pick, and it has to be a woman. I know exactly who I'm picking. I am picking Lola Vice.
Oh, she's recently come back on NXT, hasn't she?
A potential future NXT Women's North American Champion. That's what I'm hoping.
She did strong for me last season, not the fake half season, the actual season before.
That's what I was basing that off of, Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Interesting. We now go back to Robert Shaw, right?
Yes, who
he
also
has to pick a female again.
Yeah. Sorry, I just talked over you there, Stephen. That was very unprofessional.
It's all right.
It's late. I've not had dinner, so I'm getting impatient. Just waiting on Robert here.
It's the final countdown, right? Much like Bryan Danielson's theme tune that everybody apparently forgot because they forgot Daniel Bryan exists. I called him Daniel Bryan again, didn't I?
He started typing and stopped, so he's hesitated. Maybe he just has to pick a female pick, and I don't think there's any left. So
there is plenty of good talent if you know where to look.
This is someone I did have in my mind beside it against it. Potentially a strong choice, but not sure how it goes after this feud with Nia Jax. It is Naomi. With so few women left, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah. I have to admit, she was up for contention as round 5, but yeah. I think it was either going to be her and an NXT pick for me, but I decided to go with Andrade and Lola. Scott's going with a risky round 6 pick, but he could be returning soon. 2 words. No yeet. Jimmy Uso.
Oh, okay. Do you know what? I don't mind that. But
they have to gamble on it. You know, if they're doing a Bloodline War Games match, at least he could come back at some point. Might even show up at Bad Blood.
I think round 5 or 6, that's fair play.
Yeah, fair enough, absolutely.
You don't do it earlier than that. With 12 drafters, I think that's fine.
So, do we expect Matt to pick Michelle McCool?
Maurice?
Right. Rules question, because I'm not actually sure. Do they have to be human?
Oh, yes. Don't tell me he's going to pick.
You can't pick Larry the dog.
You're not picking Larry.
Sorry, Matt. You cannot pick the dog.
Dogs be through enough.
Give me strength. Come on, Matt. Give us a good one to finish.
Okay. It's not the dog, but you could.
Good.
Say his name and
There we
he
go.
appears. Thank you.
Keep going, Ryan.
I believe in Joe Andre. Don't do that. Stephen, your turn, I believe.
You know, I've not been feeling the most fit recently. My doctor's been telling me I need to have some more fruit. Any of you lads get an apple?
Oh,
only a couple of bad apples.
it's been the name.
They talk about people who've been slept on. They've forgotten member of the Judgment Day, Carlito.
Do you know, I did have Carlito in my mind, but decided to go for Xavier instead, and then I couldn't anymore.
I'm pretty sure that's all of the Judgment Day off the board as well.
It is.
Well, at least they're not all on one team this time.
Very, very interesting.
All right. Tom Brock. It has to be a woman for his last round pick. Oh, no, sorry. It's his tag team. Beg your pardon. An interesting one. They've made their appearance on AEW lately. He is going with the relatively unknown and newcomers to the draft. It is the Outrunners. Oh, Steven, you're pretty pleased with that, aren't you?
That's a throwback pick in anything. Picking people from the 70s. Outrunners. He tell us all about when drafting wasn't even a thing. Great pick, as you can clearly see. Great pick. I like it. I respect that quite a lot.
Nearly there.
Talking about throwback picks. We talked about champions. There was a lot of debate. There was a lot of question about somebody said, can Ring of Honor champions count? Yes, they can. There's one man on the AEW roster who holds 2 Ring of Honor titles. They call him the Natural, but they once called him Goldust. Dustin Rhodes.
Interesting.
Quite a strong points getter in the first half of the season, I noticed. I believe 20.
Yes, he's been appearing quite a lot in Collision and Rampage. So, as I said, he has.
Although Rampage is getting discontinued, so that might impact it a little bit. Dustin Rhodes got 26 points last season, or first half of the season.
It's probably not going to get discontinued until next year, though, and it is going to get replaced with another show. So,
we are on to David, who needs to pick a female.
A female, yes.
And we have typing. Usually, I like it when David drafts because there's always a story before the punchline. And I'm enjoying this. He's going for a risk. Bear in mind, there's not many women left, so I think it's fair play. You take you take the risks. But with those risk, hopefully there's reward. And going with the howdy stuff, Alexa Bliss.
No, I think that's a bad one. He's clearly not listening.
It could be, but there's no one else. That's no one else.
He's clearly not listening to the update on Central today, where the reports were that there's no plans for her to be back before the holiday season. She's not going to be back on TV.
He's fucked it. He's fucked it.
This is why you need to listen to me, David. This is why you need to listen to me. Now, if she does come back, I will eat my humble pie. But the reports are saying she will not be back. So, could Mr. Campbell be kissing goodbye to that illustrious title he's been chasing? Who knows? That
illustrious 5th title to match him with Scott McLeod.
Yeah, it's always been his dream to be just like Scott McLeod. Anyway.
All right.
Gary Morris.
Let's see if the proof's in the pudding here with these guys.
GM pick. Nick Aldis.
Yeah. Perfect way to round off round 6, if I do say so. All right. The pressure is on Dan Axel to finish this selection show with a bang here.
Needs to pick a female.
Yep, has to be a female. And he is saying, he's kept it up from first half of the season. Nothing sweeter than a repeater. He is going with Mrs. Wayne.
Yes. Was it Dan that picked Mrs. Wayne last?
Yes, it was.
Fair play. I like
Last-
consistency.
The last pick of that draft, he
Mhm.
picked Mrs. Wayne, and that's what he's went with. We'll flow all the way back, and we'll go back to Dan. So let's recap his team. It's on the screen: Cody Rhodes, Claudio and Pack, Trick Williams, Kyrie Sane, Orange Cassidy, and Mrs. Wayne. Captain and team name for Dan, Dave.
Yep, just saying to him now, give us a team name and a captain. So we've had some.
Everybody else get those ready because we're going to come and ask them.
I should have said that earlier, but yeah, got some team names in already. Obviously, West End Country Club's returning for myself. We've got Team Goat. We have Team Viscera. Tom Brock is bringing a new team name as well, but we'll get to him in a bit. Got a few names coming in for captain already from my side of things, but Dan Axel Jameson, his team captain is of course going to be Cody Rhodes, and his team name, oh, I love it already. Oh, Dan's just ticking all the boxes today. His team name, the Goat Busters.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, best team name since Homosexual Chocolate. That's a banging name.
There's something strange in the neighborhood.
Dude.
Who are you going to call?
The Goat
Busters. That is class, Tom. It is class. All right, Gary Morris, what's your team name and your captain?
I'll ask the questions here, Dave.
Micro host.
He's just typing currently. So Gary Morris's team, the Terror Twins, Tiffany Stratton, Roman Reigns, Roxanne Perez, Christian Cage, and Nick Aldis. He is typing momentarily here. Team captain is Team captain's the Terror Twins. The name is Twinning at Life.
Twinning at Life.
Interesting. We now go to the GOAT, of course, Team GOAT, unless he does want to change his name. He does have that option.
I can confirm Team GOAT, and his captain will be Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
That is Liv Morgan, Obafemi, the Gorillas of Destiny, Ethan Page, Adam Pearce, and Alexa Bliss. Gary Kernahan is, of course, keeping Team Viscera. He's got Gunter, Kalani Jordan, Bailey, Uncle Howdy, and Nikki Cross, Sami Zayn, and Dustin Rhodes. Captain will be Gunter.
I'm royally fucking this up here, but here we go. All right.
Tom Brock, he's got Jey Uso, Kazuchika Okada, Jamie Hayter, Braun Strowman, Marina Shafir, the Outrunners. I sound like I was starting a rap there. What's Tom's team name and captain, Dave?
All right, so Tom Brock, his team name is Pornstash FC, owning the doubling down on the non-stash, and his team captain, say it with me, Yeet! Jey Uso.
Jimmy?
Jay.
The whole point is that you can't tell them apart, and you definitely can. So don't confuse them now.
Oh, absolutely not.
So my team: LA Knight, Mercedes Moné, Io Sky, the Motor City Machine Guns, Jack Perry, and Carlito. I'm going to go with LA Knight as my captain.
Yeah.
And the team name is going to be the Scapegoats, capital Goats.
Oh, we're all obsessed with goats here.
Speaking of being obsessed with goats, I joke. Matt Smith, Will Ospreay, Brian May, Braun Breaker, Creed Brothers, AJ Lee, and Joe Hendry.
So yes, so his team name is Justice for Larry. Which
is that the number 4 or the FOR 4?
FOR, the word.
Got you.
He's a man of proper English, and there'll be no abbreviations or shortening in nothing. Okay.
Yeah, where's the sense of fun?
He picked AJ Lee. All right,
Fuck
he's
off.
done that. But
I thought you meant for his captain.
But his captain is not AJ Lee. It is Ospreay.
As expected. All right.
So we have Scott McLeod. He's got CM Punk, Nia Jax, Fraxium, Brunson Reed, Ava, and Jimmy Uso. Captain and team name, Dave.
Yep. Team captain is CM Punk, and his team name is I'm old, I'm tired, and I draft with fucking children.
Very nice. I like it. So Robert Shaw, he's got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Bryan Danielson, Ivy Nile, and Naomi. Team name and captain, Ryan?
Yes, so my team name...
No, not your team name, Robert Shaw's team name.
I lapsed there. I'm so sorry. Robert has sent me. I'm sorry. He has obviously the Draft Bastards, and he'll go the tag team of Belair and Cargill, followed by a lot of complaining about how there's no women left at the end of the draft.
You can change your captaincy once per season, though, right? I think that's
yes, you can.
Yes,
everything now has got their captain changes refreshed. Dave,
good.
you've got the Young Bucks, John Moxley, Lyra Valkyria, Solo Sikoa, Andrade, and Lola Vice. So the West End Country Club is your team name, and who's your captain?
My captain is the Young Bucks.
Very nice. Very nice. Now we go to Ryan. Finn and JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio, Wheeler Yuta, Xavier Woods, Saraya, and Chelsea Green. Who is your team name and captain?
Yes, so I am going to go, as it's my turn, the Tangerine Dreamer forever. And the captaincy will be on Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, smart move. Good move.
He scored more than Finn and JD the first half, so makes sense for me.
Makes sense.
Very, very good. And now we go on to Grant, who has Julia, Stephanie Becker, Jacob Fatu, Hangman Page, Chad Gable, and FTR. Roll for dice is roll for draft, sorry, is his name. And Julia is his captain.
Banking on that NXT Women's title win, clearly.
And with that, the 2022 season is over. Not quite, no. The draft selection show is over. As always, an absolute stack show there. I think one of the most competitive draft selections we've ever had. A lot of sweat in our group chat currently at the moment.
A lot of swearing too.
Oh, the swearing every day. Not a lot of sweat. You know, it's not like an ICW show.
No, that comes with a smell.
Yes, absolutely.
At least we shower.
That is the draft selection. Now, of course, if you're watching this and you're not part of our draft, you can compete in our Listeners League, where you can get the chance to pick teams for that. What the feck is he doing here?
Oh, mother of God. Who let him in?
Hello, everybody on the draft show. I just thought that I would come with some breaking news for you all, because my sources, my credible sources, have learned that a drafter is retiring from the draft at the end of this season. And it's not me. Ryan, I'm really sorry to spoil your announcement, but as with everything in this draft, it's all about me. If it's your last go, try and beat me. You're not going to, but try. Goodbye.
What a fucking bell end. Of all people, my arch nemesis through the years from the beginning to the end, and he ruins my big announcement. But fair play. I respect the graft. But yes, this will be my last season as part of Saturday Draft Live and ESSR. My interest in wrestling has lowered over the last few seasons, and I cannot commit to wrestling and the show. So I will be done at the end of Survivor Series, just so you're aware. But yeah, that's me.
Well, if you just got the taste of Ryan, you're going to have to enjoy it now, because you will not be here.
The last dance.
Much longer. Can Ryan win his final season? You're going to have to watch to find out. I just want to know how David got the link. Did he click on it when David Hockney mucked up the copy and paste?
That was probably it, yeah.
Oh
my God, he's like a virus, you know, he just picks the smallest weakness and he capitalizes on it.
He does that. But yes, that rounds off everything from us here at Suplex Retweet. As I mentioned, there is, of course, the Listeners League, so you can join that to compete in that. If you want to have it, please give us a message on any of our social medias to do that. But from the team here, I, Stephen Wilson, like to thank David Hockney. David, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
And to Ryan Douglas, who looks like he's got some sort of ankles cramp there with that bandage on. Ryan, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. It's been a good show. It's been a good 2.5 years, but I'm now at my terminus. But yes, I'm not a very good footballer, and I fell on it. So
Ryan told
probably a better drafter than I'm a footballer, and that's not saying much. So
when Ryan told me he was leaving, he said he was focusing on some other projects, including football. I really hope it's not playing.
It's not. Don't worry.
From us here, I've been Stephen Wilson, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.
See you later.